Hello everyone. So today we are going to look at another problem in our array series, which is called maximum consecutive ones. Pay heed to this problem because this is a very common and very popular interview problem. Alright, which comes in coding round. So let's talk about the description of this problem. So basically, what this problem asks is basically you are given a Boolean array which contains 0 and 1 only, right? And there can be like many ones in it, right? And there can be like many consecutive ones, and there could be a 0 between them, and then there could be like a series of 1, and then there could be a 0. So what you have to tell is that the maximum ones in that array, for suppose in a first uh, example, there are there's this series of ones, then there's this series of ones, right? Then there's a breakage, then there's a series, then there's a breakage, right? So you have to tell me the maximum consecutive ones. See here, how many ones are there? Two, and here how many ones are there? Three. So maximum consecutive ones is obviously going to be three. Turns out what is three. Similarly, in this case, this is the corner case where all the numbers of an array are is 1. So what would be the output? 4, right? And in this part, there is also corner case where there is no 1, right? All are zeros. So what would be the output? Simply 0, right? So this is basically, so this is, my bad, yeah. So, okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is basically what we have to do in this question. Alright, so you can like think of two approaches. Alright, what you can do is in a live solution, what you can do is with every element, like suppose for this element, you can have another loop which will run from this element till here, and you will count the maximum ones it can find. Right. Suppose for this element it is 0. Since this element is 0, we won't consider this. Now we'll come here. This element is 1. Now we'll have another iterator I, a j, which will run from this part till this part. Let me clear a bit. Okay. Yeah. We have one iterator I here. Since array I is 1, we'll have another iterator j which will run from I plus 1 till this part. Alright. Now we'll run this loop till n, and we'll increase the count if we find 1. Like here we found 1. Right. But here since we found 0, we'll just break out of the loop using break. Alright. I've not written the nice solution because I want you guys to try and run and try to execute this nice solution so you can get a better grip on this thing. Right. Now you come to this thing, you find that that this number is 0, so you won't have a j loop. Now we'll come here, you'll see that one is what? Um, One is like this element is 1, so you will run a loop for I plus 1, that means from here till here. So for everyone you're going to increment, and at this point you'll just break the loop, right? So this is the basic solution, nice solution. In this you will use two loops, one of I, one of j, and these would be nested loops. So the time complexity would be big O of n square, right? Now pause the video and try and think of a solution which can be done in big O of n time. Okay, redo. Okay, my bad. Yeah, sorry for that. Right. So let's talk about the efficient approach. So what we are going to do here is we are going to have two variables. One is res, one is curl. So what we are going to do here is we are going to run loop from first element till last element. And what we are going to do here is that if we find element as 0, we'll put cur as 0. We'll reset the value of cur. Initially cur is going to be 0, res is also going to be 0. And if we find a number like a 1, we'll increase our cur. Alright, what we are going to do is we are going to do this thing. Right. And what we are going to do is we are going to have res as max of res add. Right? Like every time we find a 1, we are going to do this thing. So here we found a 1, we increased cur is 1. Now maximum of res and cur is cur obviously, so our res also becomes 1. Now we come here, cur becomes 2, res also becomes 2. Now we come here. As soon as we encounter a 0, what we are going to do, we are going to reset the value of cur. Now cur becomes 0. Now we will come here. We found a 1, our cur becomes 1. Now we check res is equal to max of either 2 and 1, which is 2, so res is still 2. We'll come here, this will become 2, res will become max of 2 and 2, which is 2. Now this will come here, cur will become 3. Now res would become 3. Now we would come here, so our cur would become 0. See, that's it, right? So this was, the efficient approach. Okay, let's try and code this thing. Okay, let's open the Visual Studio Code. Let's include header file, user namespace std. We have int main. Let's have int array. Okay. Add our initial one 0 1 1 0 triple 1 0. Right. 0 1 1 0 triple 1 0. Okay. Let's then have how many nodes? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10. Okay. Let's name our variable as count1. We're going to have ARR and M. Let's return this. Okay. Now let's make our int count1 function. So we'll have int ARR and size of it. What did I tell you? We'll have two variables. There is 0, current 0. We will run a loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Now what did I tell you? If A R R I, alright, yeah, if there are I is equal to 0. What we are going to do, we are going to have curl value as 0. Else, what we are going to have here is we are going to increase curl value, and we are going to have res as max of res or curl. Okay. And then we are just going to simply return res, right? So that was all for this code. Let's try and run it. Three, that is our divide output. Let's check it for corner cases as well. Let's have it 1, 1, 1, 1. And we'll have n as 4. Now let's run it. 4, right? Whatever the desired solution. Let's 0, comma 0, comma 0. So that's 3 standard 0. Yeah, so that is our desired output. So yeah, that was all for this question. We again discussed two solutions, one taking big O of n square time and one taking big O of n time. And this is a very popular yet easy interview question. Alright, so you may be like prepared for such questions also. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this video and see you later. Thank you.